Hello students. So we will be discussing about gravitation today. As you all know, gravitation is a topic in our unit 2 and it is a very important topic from the exam point of view. So basically when you speak about gravitation, it is Newton's law of gravitation which comes into our mind. We know that Sir Isaac Newton was the person who discovered the property or the phenomena called gravitation, and related to that is our gravitational force. Now, the law states that any two bodies of the universe are attracted to each other by a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, which is mathematically represented as F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square, where r is the distance between them, G is the gravitational constant, and F is the force between them. m1 and m2 are the masses of the two bodies that we have considered. So gravitational force is basically said to be a long range force, and the law is important regarding the satellite and planetary motion. Okay, so now we look into the features of gravitation. Gravitational force is always attractive in nature. Okay, whatever be the size of the two bodies and whatever be the distance between them, they are always attractive in nature. And then the second feature is that it's it is acting along the line joining the masses. Okay, so the force, if there is an imaginary line that is joining between the center of the two masses we have considered, then that force acts along that line alone. And the most important point is the nature of this force is weak. So there are mainly basically four types of forces in nature, and gravitational is one such type of force, and it is said to be the weakest force, but it is very, very significant when it comes to astronomical scale. Next, we'll be looking into the Kepler's laws of planetary motion. So, there are three laws stated by Kepler, and it is very important to understand these laws to understand how planets revolve around the sun. So, the first law is called the law of orbits. This law simply states that the planets revolve around the sun in elliptical orbits with sun at one focus of the ellipse. So you know that ellipse is a figure which has two focuses. In that, when the planet is revolving, the sun will be present at either one of the focus. It won't be present anywhere else. That is the first law. Be it any planet, the path taken is the ellipse, and this law is obeyed. The second law is called the law of areas. This law states that the planet revolves in equal areas in equal intervals of time. See here, when the planet is near the sun, the time taken by it will be very less to travel, isn't it? Because it is near the sun. But when it is far away from the sun, it will take more time to cover the area. But the area covered will be related to the velocities also, such that the area covered by the planet near the sun and away from the sun at the particular interval of time is the same. Now the third law states that the third law is known as the law of periods. The law states that the square of the time period is proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis of the ellipse. So, the time period taken by the planet for one revolution, we have to square it, that is t square. And r is the value of the semi-major axis. So it will be somewhere from the middle to the end of the longer side. So R cube is the cube of the semi-major axis. So these are the three relations or the three laws stated by Kepler regarding planetary motion. So the implications of Kepler's laws are the planets accelerate near the sun. So when it is near the sun, it is accelerating or moving faster. The second point is orbital period increases with distance. That is, the time period of the orbit is increasing with distance. That is why we have shown it with a proportionality symbol. And this law also explains a stable planetary system. We have known that how planets are revolving around the sun and how it is behaving regarding its velocity, time period, and all using the Kepler's laws of planetary motion. So today we have studied two things. One is gravitation governs motion in universe. It is a universal law. So the second thing we have learned is Kepler's laws describe planetary motion. I hope you have understood the topics. If you have any doubts, please leave in the comments. Thank you.